All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about 5 different methods that you can use to predictably grow your med spa or aesthetic practice in 2024. So just to hop right into things here, my clients who are the most successful usually don't rely on just one method of getting new clients or new leads into their business, especially if that one method that they're relying on is word of mouth or referrals. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can use 5 different client getting methods together to predictably grow your med spa every single month without just kind of sitting around and hoping that your current clients refer you to more people or just hoping that people stumble across your social media or your website. And so before we hop into the 5 different methods, a quick note on referrals. Referrals are obviously really great because referrals are free clients who come into the relationship ready to buy. And those people, the people that get referred to you typically have a higher level of trust with you because they trust the person that referred them. But the problem with referrals is that they aren't super reliable unless you implement some of the things that I'll talk about in this video here. Even if you're in a stage of business where you're getting just so many referrals that you can't keep up, what happens when that dries up, right? What happens when that stops? If you provide a great experience, then the people that those referrals will likely come back for more treatments, which is amazing. But are you happy with the amount of clients that you have right now? Does referrals being your main source of leads make you feel secure in your business and in your revenue and in your profits and your income? It might just work out for you this month because you might just get enough referrals, or it might not work out. And that's the scary thing about referrals is that you just don't know. It's not super predictable. So referrals are a really important method of getting new clients, and I'll talk about how to use referrals in the proper way more in this video. But when you're stuck in a position where referrals, word of mouth, etc., are your only method of getting new clients or new customers into your business, then you are constantly in a position where you never really know where your next client is going to come from, and that's a scary position to be in. So just to hop right into the 5 different methods that you can use to predictably grow your med spa in 2024. When you type in something on Google, like how to grow your med spa, you're probably going to find like a whole bunch of super generic articles that are like, oh, like you should have a website and you should be posting on social media and stuff like that. But in this video, I want to kind of dive a little bit deeper into every single one of those things that you would see there and make sure that we're talking about like the specific practical steps of how you use these things in a holistic marketing strategy to actually get leads out of it. So number one here is your website. So your website is the first method that you can use to get new leads or new clients to your med spa. So many med spas use their website as a virtual brochure. And what I mean by that is you kind of just like hope people stumble upon it, that you hope people find it from your social media or from Google. You hope that people just read about your treatments, you read about how awesome you are and how awesome your team is, and then they end up picking up the phone and giving you a call, or they end up booking an appointment with you directly onto your website. Now, of course, this works and you should have information on your treatments and your team on your website. Like that's absolutely something you should do. But there are so many opportunities you're likely missing out on from people who visit your website but don't want to call your office quite yet. They're just not quite ready, or they're not quite ready to book a consultation with you or book an appointment with you quite yet. Like if you go and look at your website's analytics and you see how many people every single month visit your website and you compare that to how many people are actually becoming a client or becoming a lead, you'd probably be pretty surprised. And so just like when you're running ads, you want to also display an offer on your website that serves as a way to capture someone's attention or capture someone's interest before they click away, before they get distracted, or before they decide, I don't really want to book an appointment quite yet. Like I don't even know this business quite yet. So you want to think about it in the way like, let's say you go to like Nike or Adidas, or you go to a website like that, and there's a pop-up on their website that says, hey, put in your name and your email and we'll send you a 10% off coupon. We want to replicate something similar to that. We want to have what's called a general offer that anyone who visits your website would be interested in. And you can, what you can do is you can collect someone's contact details to give them access to that offer. The reason we want to do that is because when somebody visits your website, we don't necessarily know what they're interested in quite yet. And they might not even know what they're interested in quite yet. However, we still want to give them an opportunity to submit their information for something so that they can then become a lead of your business. Because as soon as someone sees, let's say they see a pop-up on your website that says, hey, for the rest of August, we're giving 10% off any treatment. Someone sees that and they go, oh, cool. And then they put in their name, they put in their email and their phone number. You now know that that person is interested in treatments. We don't know quite what they're interested in quite yet, but that person has now submitted their information as a lead. And so you've just turned that like casual visitor of your website who was probably just going to click off and not do anything else anyways into an actual lead for your business. So now when we have something like that, we turn your website from just being like a virtual brochure to a source of leads. And now what happens is, let's say that someone saw that pop up and it says, hey, 10% off any treatments for the rest of August. You can now call that person, you can text them, you can email them and try to set an appointment just like you would when you're doing any other marketing. So let's say someone submitted for the 10% off. You could call them and be like, hey, saw you were on our website, taking a look around, saw that you were interested in getting 10% off a treatment. Just curious, like what treatment were you looking at? Which one were you interested in? And then you can just have a conversation and try to book them in for a consultation or an appointment from there. And so instead of just sending people directly to a page to book an appointment on your website or directly to a page to book a consultation, you now give people an opportunity to kind of softly put their hand up and say, yeah, I think I am interested in something. I just don't know what yet. And then you are the one that can then be proactive to follow up with that person rather than just hoping that they are the ones that call you or set the appointment with you, right? So we don't want to let our website collect dust and just become a useless brochure like most people do. What's great about this is you probably already have a website and you could just make a few minor tweaks to it to start implementing this kind of thing. So like if you just very simply put a pop-up on your website that gave people an opportunity to submit their information to claim some kind of general offer, like it could be 10% off any treatment. It could be, hey, claim these 2 bonuses with any appointment or with any booked appointment for the rest of August or something like that, like claim a voucher, claim a coupon, that type of thing. That's a little bit more general. Once you put that on your website, it could be a pop-up. It could just be like a submission form on your homepage. It doesn't really matter. Now, all of a sudden, your website serves more of a purpose from a marketing perspective. So that's the first method, is fixing your website that you can collect so that you can collect leads rather than just give people more information. The second method here is my favorite, which is paid ads. And paid ads can be Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, Instagram ads. They all work. And this is really important here. Any marketer who tells you that a certain platform doesn't work is just trying to trick you into believing that the system that they have or the method that they use is the only one that works. Don't fall for their lies. The reason that I say this is because I've seen ads from other individuals before that are like, oh, Facebook ads don't work. It's just filled with low quality budget shoppers and discount shoppers and bad leads. The only one that works now is Google ads or TikTok ads or whatever it is. That's just so stupid. Like, they don't know what they're talking about. Truthfully, if the person that if someone that could become a client or a customer at your med spa hangs out in a certain place, so if they spend any time at all on Facebook or Google or TikTok or Instagram, and you can run ads on that platform, then it is a good platform to run ads on, right? Anyone who tells you that any one of these doesn't work is just trying to trick you, and it's so stupid. So don't listen to them. Now, obviously, it's great to get leads from your website that we just fixed, right? So people can submit their information now. It's great to get leads from referrals or word of mouth. But the number one problem with those methods is that it's pretty unpredictable. You don't know when it is going to happen. Unless you're working with an SEO agency who can help your website rank higher. So if someone typed in like cool sculpting near me, and then your website is like one of the first few that comes up, then obviously that becomes a little bit more predictable. But it's, it's still not the most predictable way to get more people to find out about you. With paid ads, you can get a predictable source of people in your local area who put their hand up and say, hey, I'm interested in a specific treatment that you're offering when you do it properly. So instead of just kind of waiting for people to discover you or find your website or find your social media, you can meet them where they are on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or wherever you run ads. And you can do that by paying the platform to show or display a specific message to that person. And so no longer are we just waiting around, but we can be proactive and get our message out there to people. So like I was talking about in the last section, on your website, you want to have a more general offer that anybody who would be interested in med spa treatments could claim. But when you're running Facebook ads or Instagram ads or any ads in general, we want to have a hyper-specific offer for your ad that calls out a very specific person. The reason for this is because when someone's scrolling on Instagram or Facebook, they did not ask for your ad. And so for that reason, we need to quickly grab that person's attention by calling them out specifically. Like if it's a very general ad, it's not going to capture your attention. However, if we call them out specifically, it will capture your attention. So for example, if we ran an ad specifically for a body sculpting package or something related to skin rejuvenation or something related to weight loss, we can call out the specific problem or the specific goal that that person has as it relates to that treatment. General ads such as like, hey, come book a consultation with our med spa and we'll figure out what's best for you. Or, hey, get 20% off any treatment. Those types of things don't really work well as an ad because they don't grab somebody's attention unless they already know a specific treatment that they want and you happen to have that treatment, right? Like if somebody sees that you're offering 20% off any treatment and then they go to your website and they see, oh yeah, they do have that thing that I wanted to try out and oh, I can take the 20% off deal for that, then obviously that works, but I wouldn't, that just sounds very clunky to me. I wouldn't do it that way. Instead, if you had, let's say, like a very specific body sculpting package and it was like, hey, we're giving away this amazing $97 body sculpting package. All you have to do is submit your information on this ad. Now that is going to work 10 times better than a generic ad. So that's the big difference. Your website has something a little more general. Your ads are going to have something much more specific. So now what we've done is we've combined a website that is created in a way that you can generate leads from it. We have paid ads that are going on Instagram or Facebook or whatever platforms you decide to run ads on. So you are predictably getting new traffic to your ad and also people that end up finding you on your website too because we're running those ads. The third method is referrals. Now, obviously, referrals, word of mouth, etc., are a really great way to grow. When somebody refers you to someone else, you pay nothing for that lead, and they usually trust you 10 times more because they've been referred to you. But just like with other marketing channels, we don't just want to sit around and wait for referrals to show up on our doorstep, right? There are two ways that we can proactively get referrals. The first way is to simply ask for them, and the second way is to make it mutually beneficial. And so let me explain what both of those ideas are. You would be amazed by how many more opportunities you get by simply asking for referrals. The way that you ask for referrals is in the moment where your clients are the most satisfied. So let's say you just gave a treatment to somebody and they're looking in the mirror and they're like, oh my gosh, this looks amazing. I'm super happy with the results. What you should do in that moment is you should ask for one of three things. You should ask for an upsell. So you should try to get them to buy like another package or something else. You should ask for a testimonial or a before and after picture, or you should ask for a referral. And the referral is going to be the one that we talk about here. The way that you can do this is you could create like a very simple printout or like something that literally looks like a business card that has an expiration date on it that includes a very special offer that referral can claim. So you could say, hey, super happy to hear that you're really happy with the results here. As you know, like a huge part of our business is finding other people in our community that we can serve. We would be super appreciative if you could tell a friend about us. If you tell your friend about us, we're going to give them $100 off their first treatment. All you have to do is give them this card and then they can just bring this in for their first appointment. And then we can give them that $100 off, right? Because people are, after you've given an amazing treatment, people are much more likely to take you up on that. And really, you should just systemize this. So any time that anyone is satisfied with something that your business did, or they're happy with you, or they just got done a treatment and they're feeling really great about the results, just say, hey, do you know anybody else that could potentially benefit from something like this? Simple as that. Now, to put this on steroids and to get way more referrals, not only should you just simply ask for them, you should absolutely do that, but you should incentivize both the current client and the person that they're referring to participate in the referral. So for example, you could say, hey, if you give this card to your friend and they end up using it, then we're going to also give you a $100 store credit. So your friend gets $100 off, you get $100 off, everybody's happy. And then of course you can add an expiration date to that as well. So you could say like, hey, if you give this card to them and they use it by the end of September, then we're going to give both of you guys $100, right? Simple. It's incentivizing for everybody. Everybody is going to want to participate in that because everyone benefits in a certain way. It's great for you as well because you get a new client and you also get that same client coming back again. And so this is just a simple referral program. You can set this up and you should let every single person that's ever interacted with your business in a positive way, you should let them know about your referral program. All right. Quick recap. So now we have our website set up, we're running paid ads, we have a referral program so that anybody that does come in and they're happy, we can get more clients and more customers from that one person. The next method here is database reactivation. And so your best clients are past clients. Past clients require the least amount of selling because they already know, like, and trust you to a certain extent. Way too many med spas get a client once and then they neglect them for the rest of time. A business that has the same 100 clients that actually come back every single month is way more valuable than a business that has to go out and get 100 new clients every single month. Why? Because there is a cost to getting 100 new clients. So it's very expensive to do that. However, if we had to, like, let's say we reset to 0 every single month and we had to go out there and get 100 clients, that would be very expensive. Instead, it's much more affordable for you to have the same 100 people that just come back time and time again. So that's why it's so important. Database reactivation is just a fancy way of saying we have a database of past leads, clients, customers that we can go reach back out to and try to get them to come back. So what you must do is you must periodically reach back out to any leads that you've generated from literally anything. So from your ads, from your website, from anything, who didn't end up responding to you for whatever reason. Any leads that you've generated who booked in a consultation, they showed up, but they didn't end up buying for whatever reason. Any clients who bought a package or a treatment plan, any clients who bought into a membership. Basically, anyone who has ever interacted positively with your business, you should be keeping in touch with that person in some way or another. How you interact with each of these different segments is going to vary. So your leads who never responded you got them as a lead and then they didn't respond to any of your calls or any of your texts. They might respond well if you just send them like a very simple introductory offer that was different from the thing that they were introduced to first. So for example, let's say that you got a lead for like a body sculpting package. They ended up not coming in for it. Then you could say, hey, we also have this other introductory skin rejuvenation package. Just wanted to let you know about it. Now, all of a sudden, those same leads who didn't come in before, they might come in again for that other thing. Another example, your leads who bought a package, but they haven't come back in a while, they might respond if you just send them a simple check-in message like, hey, this is 123 Med Spa. We just wanted to check in and see how things are going since the last treatment that you had in your treatment plan or the last treatment you had in your package. Wanted to see if there was any way that we could support you, and then just start a conversation with them from there. And then you could potentially get them to come back in for a maintenance plan or something else. Just think logically about it. Like, think how every single one of these different segments would interact best with your business. At the bare minimum, anyone who has ever interacted with your business should receive some level of communication from you at least once per month. It should be more frequent in the beginning when they start the relationship, and then less frequent as time goes on, so that you're not driving people crazy and like calling and texting them and emailing them all the time. This can be both emails and texts. Everyone should at least be on a weekly newsletter. So I would very highly encourage you to send out a weekly newsletter to every single lead that you've ever gotten in the entirety of your business. Once a week at the bare minimum, you can send out an email newsletter. And then you can also incorporate specific database reactivation campaigns for every single one of those segments that I was talking about. So like maybe once a month, you could send out a text to all of your leads that never came in for an appointment and just say, hey, we have this really cool intro offer we're doing this month. Would you be interested? Simple as that. And then you would want to do that for every single segment, because likely you're sitting on a gold mine in your business where you just have lots of leads that you've gotten from all of the years that you've been in business. And if someone isn't proactively reaching out to those people, then you're probably missing out on a lot of revenue. Last method here that you can combine with everything else is social media. Now, I used to provide social media services, and over time, I realized that the most, and when I say social media services, I mean organic social media. I now run paid ads for my clients. Over time, I realized that most local businesses do not need to be spending that much time on posting social media content unless it's already a really solid source of leads for you. So if you're getting a ton of new clients or customers from posting on social media, then absolutely don't stop doing that. Unless you're boosting your posts that you're posting, it's very difficult for people in your local area, in your local community, to organically find one of your posts, right? So as even if you post like an Instagram reel, that's supposed to be the thing that's able to get you traffic. It's very difficult to get that reel to go in front of people in your local area specifically, which are the only people that really matter to see your post anyways, unless you run ads to that post. I hear time and time again med spas who say, oh, we're trying to post as much as we can on Facebook and Instagram, but honestly, we just don't get that many clients from it. And this is probably because 99% of your followers are friends, family, and past clients, and your posts aren't being discovered by anybody new in your local area or in your local audience or community anyways. So when you post about some offer that you're doing on Instagram or Facebook, and the same three people are the same three people that respond every single time, that's probably why, because you're just not getting in front of anybody new. You're only posting to the people that currently follow your page, basically, and anyone else who sees it, like, it's probably not relevant for them because they're not even in your local area. I am not saying that you shouldn't post at all. Absolutely not. If someone looks you up on Instagram or Facebook and there's nothing there, or there's just like a bunch of stock photos from 2017, that's not a great look. But if you literally just posted a couple times per week, you mixed in some like Instagram reels or Facebook reels or TikToks or whatever, some testimonials, some before and afters, then you're totally fine. Like, don't stress about it too much. You're not going to get a ton of clients or a ton of new business from just simply posting on social media. So the question is, how can we then leverage social media as a way to get new people to find out about our business and get new clients and customers out of it? Because if just posting on social media isn't enough, then what can we do? Well, what we need to do here is we need to tap into our current followers' networks to get more exposure. And so an excellent way to do this is to run a giveaway 2 to 4 times per year. The way that the giveaway works is that you're going to give away something awesome that you're obviously allowed to give away. And then you're going to tell your followers to enter this giveaway, you have to tag 2 to 4 friends in the comments on this post that you think would actually, be interested in something like this. Now, the reason that that works is because when you get your friends and your family members commenting, basically what that means is they are now involving their friends and their family into this post. And so you're kind of leveraging their networks to get more people to find out about this giveaway that you're doing. At the end of the giveaway, you're going to randomly pick a winner, and then you're going to reach out to every single person that participated in the giveaway but didn't win, and you're going to send them a DM with a discount on the thing that they wanted. So let's say you were running like a hydrofacial giveaway or something like that. You're going to pick your winner, and then every other person you're going to say, hey, so sorry you didn't win the giveaway, but we wanted to give you 20% off on a hydrofacial. Is that something you'd be interested in? And then you can get a lot of business doing that. Bonus points here if you run ads to the giveaway or if you pay local influencers in your area to shout out your giveaway. So you could go reach out to local influencers and say, hey, we saw that you're in our area. We're actually running this giveaway really soon. We'd love to pay you to promote our giveaway on your page. And then you could just pay them to do that. So just as a quick recap here, now what we have is we have a website that isn't just a useless brochure on the internet, but a place where people can actually submit their information and become a lead without having to immediately book an appointment or immediately call you. We have paid ads going so that you are predictably getting people in your local area to find out about your business and put their hand up and say, I am interested. You have a referral program so that you are predictably getting referrals and you're not just hoping that your friends and family or clients refer you to people. We have database reactivation, so we're not just neglecting people that came into our ecosystem once, but we are consistently keeping in touch with people that have come into our ecosystem. And then we are posting on social media and we are running some kind of giveaway where we are getting our current followers to, tag their friends and family and leverage their networks to get more people to find out about us. And then we are getting big lists of leads by running those giveaways on our page. So when you combine all 5 of these methods, you are no longer just relying on word of mouth or referrals. You aren't just sitting around hoping that your next deal just comes out of thin air. You are combining all 5 of these methods to create a predictable plan to grow your med spa going into 2024 so that you can feel confident that you're going to continue to grow and you don't have to be worried constantly about where your next client is going to come from. So with all that said, if you'd be curious to hear how we can potentially guarantee you 10 to 20 budget qualified aesthetic consultations that actually show up every single month, and if we don't get you that result, then you don't pay me a single dime, then hit the link down in the description, watch the video on that page, and then book a time with me to chat, and I'd be more than happy to help you from there. Thank you so much for watching.